All right. So today we're going to be diving into something that I think every business really needs to master, and that's external environments.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about the theory here. We're talking about understanding the forces that can really make or break a company no matter what industry you're in.
Exactly. I think it's that recognizing you're not operating in a vacuum, right? There's a whole world of factors outside your control that impact decisions you make and ultimately your success.
I think a lot of people hear external environment and their eyes kind of glaze over.
Yeah.
But to really bring this home, let's look at a specific example. Westpac, one of Australia's largest banks.
Yeah.
They're a perfect case study, I think, for how these external factors play out in the real world.
Absolutely. For a bank like Westpac, you've got things like interest rates that are constantly shifting, set by the Reserve Bank. And then you've got the regulatory landscape that's always evolving, capital adequacy requirements, anti-money laundering laws, all of that. And then on a global scale, you've got economic slowdowns in other countries that can have ripple effects on their business here.
It's like trying to steer a ship in a storm.
Yeah.
You can have the best crew, the most seaworthy vessel.
Right.
But if you don't understand the currents and the weather patterns, you could have a tough time.
Exactly. And that's where frameworks like PESTLE Analysis come in.
Okay.
It kind of helps businesses systematically break down these external factors into these categories: political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental.
Right.
Gives you a structured way to analyze each of these areas and understand their potential impact.
So taking Westpac again, how would they use something like PESTLE to navigate those choppy waters?
Well, on the political front, they'd be looking at things like government policies that might affect lending practices or housing affordability, which directly impacts their mortgage business.
Right.
Economically, they'd be analyzing things like inflation trends, consumer confidence, unemployment rates to gauge the overall health of the economy and adjust their lending strategies.
Makes sense. But it's not just about avoiding threats, is it?
No.
These external factors can also create opportunities.
Absolutely. Think about the rise of fintech. For traditional banks like Westpac, that was initially seen as a threat.
Right.
But the smart ones adapted. They invested in their own digital platforms, partnered with fintech startups. They even acquired some to expand their offerings.
Wow.
They turned a potential disruption into a growth opportunity.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it highlights why I think that this deep dive is so important.
Yeah.
It's about understanding that the external environment is constantly in flux, and you need to be ready to adapt.
Precisely. It's about being proactive, not reactive.
Yeah.
Using tools like PESTLE to anticipate these changes, assess the risks and opportunities, and adjust your strategies accordingly.
So for anyone listening, whether you're running a multinational corporation or a small local business, the key takeaway here, I think, is to pay attention to the world around you. What are the trends that could impact your industry? What are the potential disruptions on the horizon? And most importantly, how can you position yourself to not just weather the storm, but actually thrive in it?
I think that's a great place to leave it.
Yeah.
It's not about controlling the uncontrollable, but it's about understanding the forces at play.
Right.
And making informed decisions in light of them.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
It leaves me wondering, how does the external environment affect your personal choices, your career path, or even your hobbies? Something to think about.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Bye.